Hey everyone, it's your girl Queen Monroe. I've been promising you guys a health update for quite some time, and I was just hoping that there would be slightly better news when I gave you guys something, but something, and I figured if not now, then when? I figured maybe these video vlogs would be helpful to someone other than me, hoping that this could get me to talk a little bit more about everything and just kind of fill you guys in on where I've been and all of that juicy stuff. Don't mind my hair today. It's not the best day for me. It's one of the down days. That comes with chronic sickness. Chronic sickness is for life, but you have your good days and your bad days, and unfortunately for me, today's a bad day. And it's not like anyone did anything to me or anything along those lines. It's just some days it's really overwhelming to just deal, to just live your life for the limited parts of it that you can't live right now. So I guess I should start at the beginning. Last November, I announced to everyone on social media that I would be taking a step back from my normal royal duties, such as writing blog posts, researching, answering questions, stuff like that, creating content. And it was because by that point, my liver had become very sick. For 6 months prior to that, I was feeling symptoms of my liver disease, which is chronic. And I did not seek help because I was very afraid. When I was first diagnosed with autoimmune hepatitis at 15, I fainted at school one day, and I thought it was just from low blood sugar and stress. I've always been a very anxious-filled and stressed person. And I literally only went to the emergency room just to get a note because I didn't wake up until the next day, so I missed school. And that was the year, believe it or not, where I was getting all my shit together. I was sober, I was doing great, I was in school every single day, I was getting straight A's. That was supposed to be my year, you know, that was where, excuse my language, but F up Adrian back in the day was finally gonna have her moment to shine. And that was supposed to be my sophomore year of high school. Until I fainted. I went to the emergency room and they sent me home because they said my liver numbers were in the thousands and there would be no way that a living, breathing person would have these numbers if they, you know, look like me, walking, talking, doing whatever they had to do, functioning, basically. Little did they know, I come from a very dysfunctional Hispanic household where it wasn't okay for me to be sick. It wasn't okay for me to not be okay. So I had a sick mom who had sick older parents who were always taught no matter what you feel, you keep moving, you keep going, you keep functioning, you keep... And no one ever really took in the toll of what it does emotionally to a person. Like even now while I'm trying to explain it to you guys, I'm getting really emotional. Eventually they let me go home and they called me back that same night and said it was not a mistake, it was real. And I had to stay there, and by that point I had been in stage 2 liver fibrosis, which is inflammation and damage, which was confirmed with a biopsy. And for many years after that, I stood on their treatment of corticosteroids, prednisone, stuff like that. And unfortunately, my body has a really bad reaction to them. I throw up a lot. I lose a lot of weight. I don't eat. I overeat sometimes. But the worst is the mental effects that it has, because it's not often believed. I've had doctors come to me in my face and say, well, how bad was the suicidal ideation? Because if we can get you back on the meds and get your numbers normal, then it'll totally be worth it. And it's like, what if I don't survive the treatment? Because these are medications that alter the chemicals in your mind so much that an otherwise very happy and go lucky and excited person turns into this. And it's not okay to ignore that. And they did for all those years. And that's why I didn't go back, because as a teenager, I developed really bad habits to cope with my pain, such as self-harming, cutting myself, drinking too much. I was a raging alcoholic at one point. Smoking constantly, whatever I could get my hands on, cigarettes, weed, anything. Constantly partying and just doing such dangerous things because I just didn't care anymore. You know, like, a doctor tells you at 15 that you are probably going to be sick for the rest of your life. But even worse, that you're probably not going to make it to your 16th birthday. It's like you throw all the rules out the window. So that's why this time around, all these years later, I did not look for treatment when I was supposed to. I let the first 6 months go by. I saw the differences in my skin, my energy levels. I started losing weight. I didn't want to eat. I started getting a little down, agitated, and finally in November, I had no choice but to tell the world, you guys, and my family that it was happening again. And I don't come from a family that's calm. I'm the calmest one in the entire family. I am the strength, the backbone. I calm you. I'm the therapist. So when I need therapist, all hell breaks loose. But ever since November, for you guys, you know, I've been going from specialist to specialist. Countless doctors, rheumatologists, hepatologists, all that you can imagine. They at one point thought I was developing lupus. And then it got worse than the first time. It went to stage 3. Really, really close to stage 4. And at a time, my thought process through all of this was, no, I did the healthy thing. I got healthy. I've been healthy for 3-4 years. I can't do this again. I don't need to do this again. And I tried to do the mind over matter thing. And it wasn't concrete for me until I put that post up for you guys in November that I couldn't keep going. I struggle to get out of bed some days. I struggle to find a reason to get out of bed some days other than the fact that my dog has to be walked in the mornings. I just want you guys to know that I'm working really hard to get back to you guys. It's super difficult to even begin to put into words what this experience has been like, and especially during the worst pandemic that any of us have ever seen. or been exposed to. I can't describe what it feels like to have been isolated for 2 years, because my doctors decided to isolate me right before everything started happening, before everything started to shut down. And I've spent a lot of time alone, a lot, with meds that make you feel worse and worse and worse about yourself. But no matter what tears are strolling down my face right now, I am here to deliver the somewhat good news that we are not in stage 3 anymore, thank God. My liver numbers are not in the hundreds anymore. They are much, much lower. They're not where they need to be yet, and they seem to be stuck there, which is what's causing my frustration, because the longer they stay stuck, the longer I have to stay on the meds, and the longer they affect my mental health and my body and my whole well-being. I've been setting myself goals to research for you guys, to write blog posts for you guys, because I'm starting to feel a little better energy-wise, mentally. I just need all your hugs and cyber kisses and your cyber love and prayers right now, because this is not an easy fight, and I am not by any means giving up, because I am your queen of the red carpet, and one thing I promise you is that I'm always gonna be here to help you achieve your most beautiful, naturally textured hair and clear your skin as I'm clearing my skin. And I'm just hoping this first vlog of just me being real, me sharing my really, really, really intimate part of my life with the world, I hope it speaks to others who are struggling right now. I'm still struggling with the shame, and I know I shouldn't, of feeling so bad, knowing like, don't worry, Adrian, in the long run you're gonna get better. It's just for right now I feel ashamed of feeling so weak and emotional. I've never been very good with emotional, because like I said, I don't come from a place where it's okay to not be okay. So physically I'm improving. Okay, guys, I promise you, mentally I'm getting there. They are working with me. We are adding new medicines. I'm taking a stab at Lexapro as an antidepressant, hoping that helps with my perspective a little and my moods. Klonopin to try to calm me down, because the liver meds cause like this constant anxiety and restlessness, and I just want to tell you guys how much I love and appreciate you. Every message you send, I promise you I read them. Any comment that you write down in this video, please keep it positive. It is hard enough being this vulnerable. Please don't shred me for it. And I promise that I'm gonna come back with more updates, personal, if this hit home with anyone, if this was something anyone really wanted to hear. Just know it may be a bad day, but it's not a bad life. You all have made my life so enriching and so worth fighting for. So thank you for that, and the time and space to heal, and any connection and support that comes from this video. So I love you guys, and I'll be back soon with a new update.